They say the world is getting smaller, but actually the world is getting larger and larger. I have spent my life building a bridge between a raw talent and a global experience of these people. Today, I want to show you what happens when a young boy from an army background from Kolhapur decides to cross that bridge and come to IIHM, which changes his life. Meet Mandar Patil. Just a few years ago, he was just a bright student in IIHM classroom, and today he is a chef in a 15th century old French château, earning a package of over 2 lakhs rupees per month. And not only that, redefining the modern global culinary art to a new level using artificial intelligence, which he learned at IIHM. In this series, I am not just telling stories, I am showing you the blueprint of our global career. This is Mandar's impossible triumph. This is also the example of IIHM spirit. I am Dr. Subhana Bose, and this is the future of hospitality.
Pleasure to speak with the young people, the young leaders, and the future of our country, and of course, most definitely, future of the hospitality industry globally. And it's such a good pleasure to speak with Mandar, because not just because he's from IIHM, but also because he comes from a relatively tier 2 city and not from one of those big, metro cosmo kind of city, and then coming from tier 2 city and then actually succeeding is what the story is all about. The story is not just about his success, but the story is about the success of the millions of youngsters living in the tier 2, tier 3 cities. I would like to start by asking a very basic question. I mean, you come from a armed force background, but then coming from that kind of background, which is very disciplined and regimented to some extent. What made you think about hospitality, and again culinary as well, because culinary being one of your passion, and what is the reason why you choose hospitality and culinary, and then we will come to the IHM part.
Thank you, sir, and very warm good afternoon. My name is Mandar, and why I choose hospitality? Because I feel hospitality is a field where I see myself, and hospitality has been in army from very long, because everything is like punctual. You have to respect everyone, and you have to be on time. So it's hospitality only. You're treating your guests very good, and in army, everything is like discipline. And my goal towards hospitality, because I wanted to become a chef, and all over the India I've traveled with my dad, and the most common way to connect with the people, it was a food. So I grew up my interest in the food. I saw my parents cooking foods around the table. They used to prep lots of good things, and I was very curious about how they are turning that vegetables into such a good dish and such a wonderful dishes. So that's how I grew up my curiosity in hospitality, and most probably the kitchen. And then I decided to join IIHM, because in India, if you search on Google, you will find that IIHM is the best college to do hotel management, because whenever you search which is the best college, they will show IIHM on top. So that's how I decided to join IIHM for my hospitality program.
So coming to your journey in IIHM, I think one of the high point, apart from YCO and apart from representing India, India actually for Young Chef India, was also your internship in France, right?
Yes, sir.
Just tell us something about your experience as an intern, and how did it went, and what all you learned. Was there been a challenge, or is it been fantastic? So we want to know a little bit about your internship journey.
Yes, sir. Sir, first of all, I would like to say thank you, Double IHM, because they have given me this wonderful opportunity to do internship in France. Because not other college don't provide any international placements or international internship. So Double IHM provides that, and I would like to say special thanks to Double IHM for providing me this internship, and even my parents, mom and dad, for supporting me every time during the internship, before the internship, and in visa process. And first month of the internship, it was very curious because I was new to the language, I was new to the culture over there, new to the people. So over there, I've started with the basic mise en place, cutting vegetables, cutting carrots, onion, basic cuts in starting 1 month. Then I've moved into the start and the basic first month I was in working in cold section where I've learned lots of basic cuts and even something I've tried something new like a foie gras. It's a duck liver. In India, we usually don't get it, but in France, it is a authenticity. So in my first month, I thought it is something unexpected in India, and it is in France. It is something like delicate delicacy of them. So it was something new experience for me starting first month. And after that, I moved into the hot section where I was working with the sauce. I've learned the basic sauces about how to make stocks. And the most important thing in first and second months, I was working with the lobsters and fish. For the intern, they usually never used to give lobster or fish to work with because it is very delicate and it can get spoiled. But I have gained the trust of the chef that I can do it, and that's how chef has given me that yeah, yes, Mandar, you can do it. You can, and even he used to he used to be with me for the preparation of lobsters and fish. After that, every month we used to go with local farmer or local farm to get a fresh ingredients. Like we used to do get the fresh ingredients every week or every month. So usually we used to go for a fisherman from where we used to get the lobsters, and we used to select a lobster by our hands. That's how I learned how to pick a fish or any kind of lobsters. And even we used to go local farmers for the vegetables. And once a month we used to go for a oyster hunting. Oyster hunting, and with lots of precision, because for oyster you need there is a sea, so sea needs to get a low tide. There is a low tide and high tide time, so usually we used to go at low tide. So at that time the oysters can be visible on the sea. It was very visible at the shore. And even we used to go for mushroom hunting at hills in France once a month. So it was very interesting for me to learn lots of new things. And even there was a chef. He was a Paul Bonu chef. He's a Michelin star chef. So I was working with him in patisserie. He have taught me a lots about the patisserie, mackerels, breads, and he used to support me in everything. Like even he used to come and support me in the for starter section, and he was the only chef who used to know English. So whenever I used to have any problem, so I used to go through Chef Paul, and he used to direct me about how to do these things. And over there, they are very friendly with you. They are eager to teach you if you're showing the confidence and if you're showing the curiosity to learn from them. Then only they will teach you. Otherwise, if you are not showing the curiosity and the dedication that it is required for the kitchen, then they will be like, okay, he's coming for the just sake of coming. Then they will not try to teach you more. If you're showing more interest, then they are really happy to teach you every single thing. And I was the only intern who was working in summer. So usually in that restaurant, there used to be almost 4 to 6 interns every summer. So in 2023, I was the only intern who was working in summer. So for me, it was like very hectic to work. So I used to in early morning I used to come. I used to do mise en place for the starter section. Then after that, completing that mise en place, I used to do plating. And every day there was a booking for 110 people. So then I finished that. Then I will finish my starter section plating. Then after that, I used to jump towards main course plating where I used to help chefs assisting the plating and sauce with sauces. And after with main course, then I used to go in dessert section. Then dessert section is done. I used to help Chef Paul in plating of dessert, creating some baking the breads like that. And even I was the first intern like who got a gift from the restaurant owner. He was very happy and as well as sad that I'm going back to the India. That and he gifted me a chef coat with my name on that and with the Japanese knife, one of the best knives you can get in market for the cooking. And he gifted me a Japanese knife with a chef coat, and it was very memorable for me to see everyone was like emotional for me that I'm going back to the India. And after that, the restaurant owner offered me a job that Manda, you can come back and you can work with us. We really enjoyed you and we wanted you back. So he offered me a job letter this week.
Yeah. So tell us more about this job, which you just now mentioned, a job which you got the placement in France.
So, about this job, so I will be working in the main course section as a commie one, and getting a job in that restaurant, it is very difficult because lots of people are applying or lots of chefs are applying for that restaurant, and I got a job. And I was lucky, I feel, because the chef got trust that he got a trust that he can work very well, and we should hire him.
So you must be very excited for your
Yes,
for
sir.
your-
I'm really excited that.
because I'm sure you got jobs in the other top Indian brands as well.
Yes, sir. Through campus interviews, I've sitted for lots of five-star properties. Like one of the best properties you can say in India, it is Oberoi. I got Oberoi for the Osar and other properties also from like Taj and Arvind Fashion for and Calvin Klein and Tommy Hilfiger also I got.
So how you are feeling that now you're going to join in a few weeks' time? What's the feeling?
So right now I'm feeling excited, little bit nervous also because once again I'm going back there, but still little bit of nervousness is there. And I will miss college. The most important thing that I will miss college because college has given us every single thing, the career, the college life, which I will miss definitely in college.
Your journey in Young Chef Olympiad, especially when you were a integral part of the students team.
Last year 2025 we had a competition Young Chef Olympiad, and for that I was representing Goa in Bangalore for the final, getting selecting for the final who will represent India at the Young Chef Olympiad. And it was a very great opportunity, I can say, because no every college is not giving that opportunity to represent your college or your country in a global stage in front of 50 or 60 countries where you can present your country, and it is one of the proudest moment you can have in your life, that yes, you are representing your college and your country at the same time on a global stage. And I feel IIHM is giving that opportunity to everyone. And Young Chef, and in our college it was very tough competition. There was everyone, one of them students are very good in Indian cuisine, one is very good in Japanese cuisine, so it was very difficult competition and very tough competition in our college. And the platings were very difficult. Like at last we got a menu from the chefs that you have to make a vegan dessert, and vegan dessert with main course should have only fish, no other than chicken or anything, and it should contain certain amount of weight. And there was very tough. They have set it for the dessert because we got very less ingredients for the dessert, and we have to create something gastronomic. And we got that menu before 30 minutes before the round. That there is a 30-minute, we got a 30-minute to we got our result that we are selected for the final rounds from Goa, and now we have just 30 minutes that yes, you guys have to create a vegan dessert with a main course which should contain only fish. And it was very difficult, and we have used Masters of Circles, which is provided by IIHM. It is an AI, so we have taken the help of Masters of Circles in finding the new recipes and all.
Obviously, you are going now to France and you are getting a very good pay package. I think around 2 lakhs per month, which is
Yes, sir.
an excellent pay package, especially from the culinary, because generally Michelin star restaurants are very choosy about the selection of the culinary department of the chefs, because they always try to choose people who are got experience, but you are almost a fresher. So getting
Yes, sir.
there is really a big break for you.
So first of all, I would like to say thank you IIHM because they have given me lots of opportunity in my career, and I have grown a very good in my career. Like I got lots of opportunity in culinary, in tours, even lots of tours are happening in our college. So as compared to other colleges, our college is giving more exposure to the students, to the industry. IIHM is giving exposure to the students, and even if you say the classrooms are very good. We are getting digital classrooms in college, and the faculties are very polite and they are very understanding to teachers, and even they understand if we are lacking behind something, they will catch hold us and they will make us sit that you have to do this, otherwise you will be behind of everyone. We are getting lots of exposures. We are going for the trade test. We are going for the master classes in big properties like IHCL, Taj, or Radisson. Last week we had a master classes of sushi in Radisson Blue in Goa, and before that we had a master class of bakery in Taj Hotel. So and IIHM is giving really good opportunities to students, and I feel there is no changes what I feel till now. That's all, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And excellent. It was lovely to have a very informal chat with you. And
Same here, sir.
wish you all the very best. And from not on just my behalf, but entire IHM.
For a great hospitality career, call 9310 50,000.